My wife threw out the flowers I got her on Valentine's Day. I destroyed her late husband's wedding ring and messed everything up. Wow, this is OKOP, home of the craziest true stories on the internet, as we just saw. I'm John, and Sam, is OP in the wrong for messing up the late husband's wedding ring?
I mean, definitely in the wrong, and you might get haunted.
Like, truly.
You desecrated a ring of a dead man.
You won't just be declared the a-hole. You will be haunted for the rest of your life.
Haunted, for sure. But I want to see what really happens. Let's go.
Let's get into it.
Also, happy Valentine's Day.
Hey!
Oh, is this the Valentine's Day episode?
Yes.
That's
Sweet.
true. This is a special Valentine's Day. And it's red alarms because we're so much love, okay? Mortar and Pestle says, I met my wife when we were 20. We got together shortly after we met, and we got engaged at 26 and just married last autumn. Congrats, OP.
Congrats.
When I met her, she was a widow. She had known her late husband since infancy. Her mom babysat him, and they had been dating since 7th grade, married at 18 years old. He passed away in a car accident when they were 20, shortly before I met her. When we first started dating, she was still grieving his death. She would often have panic attacks and lock herself in the bathroom crying. I tried to be as understanding as I could when things like this happened. I tried to comfort her, but she would just ask for space. Over the years, this has lessened and lessened, and she never brings him up anymore.
I wonder, like, is it a good idea to get in a relationship like that quickly after?
I could imagine like your heart, almost like what are all the reasons for like a rebound, right?
Uh-huh.
You're like heartbroken. You want someone to kind of like fill the void, for lack of a better way of describing it. So maybe this was just like bouncing right into it. Also, you're 20 years old. Like people 20 years old bounce back just off of like getting dumped. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but getting dumped is way different than the love of your life
It
dying.
is. So I'm saying like if it's that much worse and you have that much more of like a void to fill, and like if you just
you're saying
you know
it's
what
like that much more to just get back
you might
in.
just like leap at the chance for the comfort of a new
That's
relationship,
true. Back
even
in
if
the
it's
day,
not
like
healthy.
in this like 1700s Boston, when they had like a super high child mortality and also wife mortality rate or mother mortality rate, and so like people would just jump right back into relationships after they were widowed or
Right, because it's like it might
like you only
not-
got so many years to pump out some kids.
Oh, jeez.
And so
Wow.
people would just
Damn.
and also financial stability back then too.
True. It is. Hey, even today it's a lot
Yeah.
easier. 2 is a lot better than 1.
Mhm.
We're talking rent and other things. But OP says, our first Valentine's Day, I got her chocolates and flowers. She accepted them and said that she appreciated the gesture. But then she said she thinks Valentine's Day is just a stupid commercial holiday and that she doesn't care for. I retorted that I think it's a sweet day where couples could profoundly express their love and that I would still like to celebrate it with her at least a little. But I see you in the comments. If
This
you,
seems a little sus. I feel like
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, she like maybe she commemorates her old lover.
yes, I think
Valentine's Day is for first love.
there's something below the surface. Look, put I see you in the comments if you're seeing what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, just drop it down. After pressing it for a while, she admitted that she didn't want to celebrate it because she had celebrated it with her late husband.
It feels like she's not ready for another relationship.
Yeah, I mean it's that's a lot to process in that
And yeah.
short of a time, and then be in a new relationship.
Yeah.
Whew. It started with corny little Valentine's cards that you make for your classmates in elementary school to full-fledged romantic dinners. Then eventually they got married on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I mean, yeah,
that
yeah.
is tough.
that is tough. We were
Who gets married on Valentine's Day?
I mean, it's the most
Most
romantic, day.
day.
Also, bad side effect, all of your friends who are in relationships, they can't celebrate Valentine's Day because they're at your wedding.
That's true.
Little side
dude,
effect.
if you celebrate your marriage on Valentine's Day, most likely marriage to have other people propose at.
Right. Keep feeding us, guys. Get those marriages on Valentine's Day to keep feeding us those,
Yeah, keep
those
feeding us these
proposal and wedding
stories.
stories. We were freshly in a relationship, so I digressed and agreed no Valentine's Day. So I never attempted to celebrate it again.
Bro, this relationship is not off to a good start.
I'm very curious, everyone in the comments, if you could share, should they abandon Valentine's Day or not? Sam, what do you think?
She's not ready to be in a relationship.
Yeah, just not ready to be in a relationship.
I don't think. I mean, right?
Yeah, I think that is the real answer.
Right?
The real answer to the real question.
She needs to heal.
Yeah. She needs to grieve, like therapy.
Yeah.
Like time. I don't know. I mean, that's such a traumatic life event because it's like, she's also known him since they were like infants. So
yeah. And also, but I think I feel for her because it's like she's probably only ever known being in a partnership. And so 100%. Being alone is super scary for her, I imagine.
This brings us to Valentine's Day. Man, I could feel my blood boiling typing this. It's our first Valentine's Day as a married couple. They're now married. Yes.
And they got married on Valentine's Day.
Oh, we'll see. We'll say, but nice to you in the comments for our boy Sam here.
No.
You might be seeing it. She never discusses him anymore. So I think, why not surprise her with some flowers at work? So she hasn't talked about him. So he's like, oh, we're Gucci. Let me send her some flowers on Valentine's Day after they had agreed on Valentine's Day. Probably some years back.
Dude.
Oh, they're 26 now. So,
yeah.
So the agreement happened when they were 20 years old. So now they've been together for 6 years, actually. Interesting.
I mean, I feel like that's okay, but maybe you should ask, like, hey, do you want to celebrate?
Ask. Yeah, right. Like it
Valentine's
has been 6 years,
Day?
so
it is already a weird thing to not. Well, if your dad dies on Valentine's Day, and she's like, you're like, hey, I don't want to celebrate Valentine's Day because my dad died on Valentine's Day, and then 6 years pass and you're married, do you be like, surprise?
do you leave it on them? Like,
Probably
I feel
not.
like just give her flowers on like a random day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Be like, hey, this is
on the 13th,
surprise love day, right? Oh my gosh, we've come so far over the years. Our relationship is near perfect. I love her beyond words.
On solid ground.
Nothing is wrong with expressing that, right? Wrong. I bring home the flowers, a full-fledged $100 bouquet, and she loses her absolute crap. She said it's the one thing that she's ever explicitly asked me not to do, and I couldn't even respect that. She grabbed the flowers out of my hands, storms out of the apartment without even putting shoes on. Damn. I follow after her, and she starts screaming at the top of her lungs and throws them in a dumpster. Her knees give out, and she shrinks to the ground, crying like an absolute crazy. That's word for word there.
Wow.
I have never seen her this bad. I get down on the ground with her and hold her, profusely apologizing. She calms down and we go back to our apartment. A few hours pass by, and admittedly, I make an even bigger mistake.
How bigger?
How?
What does he do?
She's on her computer doing some work, and I ask her, do you still love him? Was I just a rebound?
Oh, dude. He's so just a rebound.
Dude.
He's so just a rebound. And obviously she still loves him.
It's an impossible question to ask someone who's lost it.
You are setting yourself up for failure.
Literally, we've talked about this before. If they pass away, it's not like you divorce them or anything. Like,
yeah, dude, you can't compete with a dead person.
Yeah, dude. You can't do it. Oh. I regretted the words as soon as they came out.
Oh, dude, she's going to say, yeah.
I wish I could take them back instantly. We haven't discussed them since the first year that we were together. Again, this is like 6 years or 5 years later, 6 years in deep. But I don't want to ignore the subject. It's killing me. I had to ask. Her response?
What's her response?
No response. Nothing at all.
Which is almost worse. Well, not worse. Actually, no, I don't think it's worse. But it's
not good.
The silence is telling.
Silence. Ooh, silent. The silence is deafening.
Yeah,
right
the silence might have well been a yes.
Yeah. I get angrier. I know I shouldn't have, but I start yelling at her to answer me. She gets up, starts packing a duffel bag with clothes.
Dude.
I ask, where is she going? Still nothing. She wouldn't even make eye contact with me. She takes off her engagement ring and wedding rings from our marriage and puts it on the nightstand. I lose it at this point. I feel out of my mind. I literally can't feel my body. It's like I'm watching myself from the third person.
So rough, dude.
Her late husband was cremated, so she kept his wedding ring after he passed in a little box in her sock drawer.
Oh no. I'm just remembering the title.
OP.
Oh, P's about to do something he can't come back from.
I grabbed the box. I get a hammer and I start bashing the ring in and telling her he's dead and I'm her husband now.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
That's so abusive.
Oh man. You may be the a-hole.
Your ship is you might be the a-hole. I can't believe she's not over him. Awful stuff. You know what's awful? Doing what you just did. I know. I don't know what I was thinking. She bawls for me to stop. I immediately stop.
Jeez.
I realize what I had just done. I wasn't thinking. I couldn't have been. I would never do something like that, but I just did. Yeah. I would never do it, but I just did it.
There's no redo button, no respawn point, bro. You just did that thing.
Then she left. I begged her to stay as she was walking out, but she didn't. I've tried contacting her a million times since. Her phone is off? ? Or she's blocked me? I don't know. I called her parents. I called her close friends. No one knows where she is, or at least they won't tell me. I know I messed up. Is there anything I can do to fix this?
Fix the ring.
Yeah, at least. Is my marriage over? I've never felt this kind of anger before. I've never been so vicious before. I don't know what came over me. Jealousy? Maybe. I don't know. I guess I can't really describe it. It just felt like what I had built with her was based on a rebound. If he hadn't have passed away, they would have probably still been together, and I'm just holding his place now. She's always treated me with immense love, never compared me to him. She's the most hardworking, brave, sweetest woman I know. She's always encouraged me and pushed me to achieve my dreams and supported me when I failed. And of course, there's an update.
Wow.
I gotta wet my whistle after that one.
Terrible move on his part.
I mean, dude, this
the
man.
question, I mean, obviously the ring bashing, terrible, but
Yeah.
like the question, setting yourself up for failure. But I do think the question holds in it a seed of truth that he probably knows himself.
I mean, yeah, like I think it was probably for her. I mean, she's grieving, like all these things. Like you said, she had been in a relationship basically from 7th grade to 20, like her whole life.
How many
7 years. Yeah.
7 years. So,
And your formative years too. I mean,
yeah,
that's like,
I think you got to double it before
you
20.
do have to double it.
She hasn't fully grieved. I don't think she fully grieved.
No, like,
You can't fully grieve if you're like immediately dating someone.
And
I wonder
again-
if they come from a religious background.
that totally could be the case. And like, even if not, I could see, I understand the logic behind why she sought another relationship. Like, but it's not,
Yeah, I mean,
can you really grieve?
I don't
your
think so. I don't think so.
Partner's passing.
I mean, it took me a long time to get over one of my exes,
Mm-hmm.
and like I think I I definitely jumped into a relationship pretty quickly after that, which was not, I think, healthy.
Yeah.
You need time. Like, and
But it happens, right? It's like
happens.
that
It happens.
knee jerk or whatever. So, what do you think, Opie? And please share your insights below.
Opie it up. Opie it up.
Is there anything Opie can do?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
Try
mean-
to fix the ring.
Yeah.
But in terms of saving the relationship, like you really, I mean, like
yeah, dude.
the ball's in her court. What's that quote in Batman where it's like, like,
Yeah, it's that one.
yeah, that one.
I'm Batman.
But it's like live.
Live long enough.
What is it?
So yourself become a villain?
Live long. You either
Live long
You
enough
either
to see
die a
yourself
hero
become a
or
villain.
live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
and OP has lived long enough to see himself become a
See, if
villain.
he just died, he would have been a martyr.
Dude, but OP's
But the thing is, OP's wife's original husband died a hero.
I guess technically
And-
true.
And like martyrs are so much more powerful than like living people,
It's true.
because it's like they become a symbol of
That's
like
right.
whatever they stood for, and like this guy stood for love
Literally to his last days.
to his last days. How do you feel about this comparison, John?
I'm just letting you go, dude. I'm just along for the ride on this one. Are we ready to get into this next update? All right. Her brother called me and let me know that she's safe and staying with a family member, but won't specify where.
Okay.
He asked if he could come pick up more of her stuff, including the destroyed ring. He specifically asked that I not throw it away or further tarnish it, which low key, I mean, maybe you kind of need to at that point, from our place without her. I reluctantly agreed. I really want to see her, but I understand why I can't right now. She hasn't texted me back or called me herself. I'm starting to think that she won't be anytime soon.
No, dude.
And according to everyone here, I have no one to blame but myself. I mean, low-key. Not sure if I'll keep replying to comments. It's taking a toll on me, but I'm still reading all of them. Some are hard to read, but I appreciate them anyway. I guess I'm an a-hole.
Yep.
You guessed correct.
Yep.
But it's hard to live in the shadow of a ghost.
Dude, that's a bar.
It is hard to live in the shadow.
That is a bar.
It's hard to live in the shadow of a ghost.
Live in the shadow of a ghost.
Yeah.
What's the next line and what?
We're looking up shadow of a ghost.
Over again. Don't make me change my mind.
That's not living in the shadow of a
What does
ghost.
that have to do with the
Yeah,
chicken?
but I was just.
It gives you the
It
vibes.
was giving me the vibe.
That's funny. I like the emo
I
happy
would
birthday.
die for you. Over again, living in the shadow of your ghost.
I mean, that fit in well. Okay.
Come
There.
on. Hey,
The
that,
payoff was worth it,
There
I
we
guess.
go.
All right, but we're getting back to the story. So, Opie says, I just wanted to celebrate Valentine's Day so I could show her how much I love and appreciate her.
yeah, and then I bashed that ring to really show her.
Things got out of hand, you don't say. Some of my comments on here were out of anger, and I'm sorry for that. I love my wife despite what people on here think, and I won't stop fighting for her.
Ew.
Second to last update.
Yikes.
Never mind. I was wrong.
Oh,
What?
I thought he was gonna say, never mind. I stopped fighting for her.
Yeah. She texted me back shortly after her brother called. The next time you see me, there will be a lawyer and divorce papers. I'm scared of you now. Please stop contacting me and my family. And if you come anywhere near me, I'm going to call the cops.
I'm scared of you now.
I mean,
That's a heartbreaking.
dude.
I would be scared if someone just
Yeah.
started like breaking my stuff and like screaming.
Yeah, and he was like,
Oh.
first he started yelling at her like, do
you
you
love
love him? Do you
him.
love him? And then he ran and started bashing it with a hammer.
Which is also just a wild thing to say to like someone, you know, like a person they've lost.
Yeah, like again, if you're going to be in a relationship with a person who I feel like you have to come to terms with that.
Yeah.
Like you just have to.
Don't fight with a ghost.
We can't fight a ghost,
Can't
my
land
guy.
any hits, baby. You can't kill a ghost.
That was verbatim. So I guess that is that. I guess I underestimated the severity of what I did.
Yeah. No shit, dude.
I guess it isn't as black and white as I thought. I knew I messed up. I just didn't think it was this bad. I'm floored, devastated. I hope she texted that out of anger and that she'll come around.
I don't think so, buddy.
Part of me is so angry that I want to throw away his ring entirely. You see,
This is the reason.
the problem continues. And her engagement / wedding ring from our marriage too. It is hard to imagine she actually wants to leave me. For now, whiskey it is. Oh,
OP has some self-destructive habits.
OP. Okay, so I think we have. Is this our final update? All right, this is our final update. So we've talked about there really isn't anything OP can do to salvage the relationship.
But he can be a good person.
He can be a good
He
person.
can be a good person going forward.
I'm curious, everyone watching Sam, like, what should he do? Like, what are some acts?
I mean,
that he could
one, don't throw away the ring. 2, try to fix it.
Yes.
3, maybe write some kind of apology.
Yeah. Yeah.
And maybe it's time to move on.
Yeah. I think writing and maybe like rereading it so he
Yeah.
can kind of, because one thing he was like, oh, the comments, I'm seeing the comments. It's hard to read, but I am gaining some clarity. I feel like if he writes it, reads it back, he'll like get a sense of it might make him more self-aware of
Yeah,
what's
because he feel like he oscillates between self-awareness
he
and
keeps going back and forth. Yeah. So great advice. Let us know if you would do anything differently down in the comments, but let's get into this last update. Last actual update. After I left her multiple voicemails and texts from her last text, she sent me back a text, and here it is. Which, by the way, this is all of the voicemails and texts after she was like, never contact me again. Oh boy. She says, I love you. I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you, but it's become clear that you can't accept the life I had before you. I've learned how to love because of him. And because of that, I was able to love you as long and as much as I did. In a way, you're right. I wasn't ready to get into a relationship when we did, but we did, and we were in deep. I wasn't ready, but I didn't want to lose you because of the wrong timing. And we built an amazing life together, or so I thought. What you did is unforgivable. I would rather you have hit me with the hammer than leave the ring intact. I got rid of all my photos with him because you didn't want it in our home. That ring was all I had left. Please do not get rid of it. Keep the apartment, keep the car, keep anything you want of ours. I will tell any lawyer I want the bare minimum, but the ring is mine. If you have ever cared about me, let me just have it back so I can get it fixed. We are not coming back from this. I'm sorry. I hope you'll heal from this, but there's nothing you can say or do to undo the damage here. What's done is done. Take care of yourself. Legal proceedings are the only thing in our future, and I'm sorry that has to be the case, but I'm
What a mature letter.
Truly. I mean, I feel like now probably, she's gone through so much grief. She's probably had a lot of growing to do. She was forced to do a lot of growing. And I
think she admitted to kind of what we said. Like, yeah, she wasn't ready for a relationship.
Yes.
But the thing is, he also wasn't ready for that relationship.
Not at all.
Because he was still comparing himself.
He could have been like, and again, like he was young too, young and in love, whatever. But like, he could have also been like, hey, I love what we have going here, but maybe we should,
pause,
take it slow, pause, just to make sure we're building on a solid foundation and give you time. Like, I care about you and I want you to be able to grieve. But also, I guess there's not a ton of 20-year-old dudes running around saying that when they got a shorty coming their way. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Poetic, John. Poetic.
I calls it like I sees it.
Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything he can do to save this.
No.
But he can be better going forward.
Yeah. Save the ring. Restore the ring. I think you could still preserve.
What do you here? I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
So she said you didn't let me have any pictures of him in the house. What do you think about that? The idea of having pictures of not, it's not an like, or here, let me ask you in multiple stages. All right.
Yeah.
You're dating to be married to a woman, right?
Can imagine that.
And she had a ex-lover that meant a lot to her, right? Still alive ex-lover. And she has pictures like 4 pictures throughout the house.
4 pictures?
4 pictures.
Just 4.
Just 4. Are you okay with that?
No. No.
All right. Now he's dead.
Yeah. Yep.
But he died after they broke up.
How?
He got an erection and all the blood went to his massive penis and died.
I was expecting like a car crash.
This man. Okay. I'll play along with your hypothesis.
Yeah. And he's dead after. And she's like, oh man, he's dead. I need to remember him. So she puts 4 pictures up that
and
she had
you
with him.
put the stipulation, he passed away after they were in a relationship.
But still meant a lot. They ended on good terms.
That's tough.
Baby, he meant a lot to me. He taught me how to love.
Sam, is the picture just of the guy?
That's a good question.
No,
Or is
Sophia.
it like them together?
Kissing together.
What?
Kissing. Okay, kissing's probably too far.
Too far.
Okay, I might sit down and be like, what is a meaningful way for you to commemorate this person that would feel good to you?
Eiffel Tower.
Kissing
on the
photo,
mantelpiece.
Kidding photo. There's gotta be another photo. There's gotta be any other photo. Gotta be any other photo. But
But you would allow a photo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I let a photo.
Now, prime of the relationship died.
Yeah.
Same reason.
Yeah, because So in the relationship, especially, they were married too. They were
married.
Let's say I'm in OP's exact same like kind of situation.
Now you are in OP situation.
You're 20 years old.
I'm 20,
20
years
years
old.
old.
Prime of your life.
Got a hot piece of ass coming my way. Yeah.
The blood is.
The blood is coursing. Damn, Sophia came to create content today, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I feel like photos like hey,
Kissing.
no kissing, but photos.
All right.
I'll take no
So
kissing.
kissing.
No kissing.
All right. They only ever took photos when they were kissing. The only photos that they have of this
Oh my
their
God.
dad's ex-lover is kissing in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Sure. Fine. Let's do it.
Yeah, there we go. There
Yeah.
we go. John's a real one.
I'm a
But
real
what
one.
would you allow? I would want to know,
Yes.
like, of these crazy scenarios that I proposed to our dear boy John.
But you know what I allow you to do, Sam, now?
What?
Read this next story.
All right, let's get into it. My boyfriend broke up with me on Valentine's Day because I ate too much at dinner. This comes from throwaway stay hungry.
Yeah.
John, what do you think? Is that a bad reason to break up with
I
someone?
mean, it seems pretty terrible. What if it was delicious?
What was delicious? You got to eat it all.
Why you hating on people eating delicious food?
So I, 27 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 26 male, since last summer, about 7 months now. It has been my happiest relationship ever so far, as he is smart, kind, funny, a good listener, bedroom stuff is excellent, etc. Dude, it's crazy. I'm 26 male too.
Whoa.
We don't live together yet, but spend about 3 to 4 nights a week together.
Wait, I have a direct quote from this man.
What?
Well, your sister's here. Never mind. I can't say it. You were explaining your strengths and weaknesses in the bed.
We don't have to explain.
Go ahead, Riley. No, I'm just kidding.
I was looking forward to our first V-Day together. I made reservations for an early dinner at our favorite steakhouse.
If you want.
And the plan was to come back to my place after that to watch a movie and have dessert. I got a little heart-shaped chocolate cake and dessert.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Anyway, I'm kind of a string bean, 5'9", and it's a struggle to keep my weight at least 125 pounds, the minimum for my height to not be underweight. There is nothing medically wrong with me, just have a really fast metabolism and have to be careful to eat enough. My boyfriend is also very slim, 6 foot, about 145 pounds, but doesn't have a huge appetite.
That's skinny.
That's-
145 at 6 feet?
Yeah. So it's always been a bit of a joke that I need to eat more and more frequently than he does. But until our V-Day date, I didn't think it was an issue. He shows up looking amazing. Gives me lovely flowers and a really sweet card. I gave him a gift I know he really wanted, an Apple Watch. Where's his gift? And we head out to the rest. Yeah, because she's getting the steak dinner, and I guess she's older, but still, come on. He's got to give him something.
Oh, he's giving her something, all right.
A gift I know he really wanted.
With the capital D.
And we head out to the restaurant. He's a full-time grad student, and I work, so I don't expect expensive gifts. Also, I am paying for dinner due to income differences, which I do not mind at all. Dang, she's really putting all the stops out.
Yeah.
When we get there, I dive into the bread basket and order a salad, surf and turf, small filet, and lobster tail, and a couple of sides to share, sauteed spinach and mashed potatoes. And he gets a small cup of soup and a grilled salmon.
You would get a small cup of soup.
I would be
And a grilled
eating
salmon.
that bread. I would be.
Get that bread, girl.
Yep.
She eats soup all the time.
Do you know how much you've never seen me eat mashed potatoes?
You know I haven't. You're right. I have not seen you eat-
Sophia
Never
does.
seen you eat mashed potatoes.
Serves you right.
Sophia does have a lot of mashed potatoes. I definitely pretty standard steakhouse stuff. Again, I'm paying, and it's definitely a treat meal, but not extremely unhealthy or anything. I definitely relish my meal and finish everything except some of the sides. He eats a bit more than half of his salmon. Most of the way through the meal, he starts looking annoyed and distant, but won't tell me what's wrong. We get to the check, don't get dessert as we have it at my place. And as we're pulling up to my apartment, he says he's tired and just wants to go home. No
What is-
dessert?
What is happening?
I don't know.
There he is.
All right, wait. Put ICU in the comments if you think you know what's happening. But John, what do you think's happening?
So she went and paid for this extravagant meal, right?
and got him a cake at home,
and got him a cake at home.
and is going to give her cake at home.
And so he's just ordering like just the skimpy little meal.
Skimpy
Salmon.
little salmon.
And he's like all pissed off, like,
Yeah.
just all grumbly.
Eat like 3 bites of it.
You're getting dinner, you're getting cake, and you're getting cake.
Yeah. What more can a man want?
Why are you angry?
Wait, Sam, who was giving who cake?
Whoever wants.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Equal opportunity cake over here.
OP is giving her boyfriend cake.
literal and figurative.
Okay, good. I thought sorry, I was confused about who was
The cake giver.
the cake
Yeah.
giver.
Whoever wants to be the cake giver.
Yeah.
Riley.
I was just confused.
Yeah, Riley.
I was just wanting some
Yeah,
clarification
Riley,
from
this is
Sam.
2024. Anyone can give anyone cake.
I wasn't judging. I was just wanting
I don't know. It
clarification.
sounds like you're judging. That's a pretty judgy cake.
It's too fun to gang up on Riley. It's
Yeah.
bad.
Because I'm
Anyway, he says no, he doesn't want to come in for cake or sleep at my place. He wants to go home.
double denial of cake.
In the moment, of course, I'm disappointed because it's V-Day and our first one at that.
I'm sorry. Oh, you said V-Day.
V-Day.
And then I went pervy, like in my head.
Oh, I was thinking Vagina Day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I was thinking D-Day.
Ah, of course. See?
There we go.
Men and women thinking different things.
Oh, I actually wasn't thinking D-Day.
Really?
Sounds like you were thinking about
I was
D-Day.
just thinking about the historical event D-Day.
Sure.
I'm sure it was a
Very
historical
historical.
event.
Yeah.
It was talked about for millennia.
But I tell him sorry and hope he feels better.
Mm.
I try to give him a kiss goodnight, but he turns his head and tenses up.
You.
Wait,
Little
he
bitch
might have
boy.
a shrimp allergy or
Stop.
shellfish.
No.
He sounds selfish.
Oh, got him. This morning he texted me to say he wasn't actually sick. He was embarrassed by how much I ate and turned off.
Ew.
That I made a pig of myself and it's really unattractive.
Yikes. He's unattractive.
What do we
Tell
think
him.
about that?
Bruh.
Let people eat what they want to eat.
What are you talking
It's
about?
none of your business.
Yeah, you really shouldn't like tell people what they have to eat.
Yeah.
You know? Like it doesn't matter if they eat unhealthy or healthy.
No, I
You shouldn't be like, oh, I really need you to eat a certain kind of food. Like, oh,
Unless
don't
they're
get Chipotle.
bleeding in their
Don't get
stomach.
Chipotle.
Whoa, was that why you were bleeding in your stomach?
No.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
And it wasn't in my stomach. It was out of my butthole.
Well, I was trying to be polite.
She wants to take care of you, man.
Yeah, that's
Let her.
totally different. I'm
is-
giving you a giant amount of food.
Sophia and I struck a deal. Okay, story time.
Okay, story
Okay,
time.
I
story
already
time.
know about the deal.
Yeah, we already talked about the deal and how rigged the deal is.
Yeah, and now there's no deal.
There's no deal. I said no deal. I said no deal.
Sam's a whiner.
I love this.
So now I do not shovel my food in, and I have impeccable table manners. So it's not that. It's definitely just the volume of food.
Sam sounded like OP over here, am I right?
A bit of a pig.
I try calling him, but he won't pick up. Text me back saying he isn't up to talking and he needs some time to think.
Oh my
Damn,
God.
man's thinking about breaking up over this
He's like,
woman
"She
eating some
ate."
food. Bro,
Wait.
she
Eating
paid for
food.
the whole meal
Yeah.
and is about to throw down on that dick, and he's just turning his nose up at
Wouldn't
it.
that just like make
Have-
you more intrigued in the relationship, seeing how like much she ate like that? Like, come on.
Yeah, like what
Like-
else can she eat?
Exact.
Literally,
My
women
ass.
can't win. Because, like, all the movies are like, oh, she was eating a salad. Oh, she's so lame.
Right.
And then whenever they have, like, a woman
A
eating a
big meal.
burger, they're like, wow, she's a real woman. But then if you eat too much, they're like, wow, she's a pig. There's no winning.
There's no winning. Bro, I would
Just know how to eat the right amount, Sophia.
Just know every time.
It's not. It's so simple.
It's
Dude.
intuitive.
I would be so stoked because I'm like, yo, I get a bite of all of those dishes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
At a
And she got-
steakhouse?
Yeah, she got sides.
Dude.
To
Maybe he's
share?
insecure
Let's
about how much
go.
he's eating.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
he's
it
an
seems like
insecure eater.
He might be because he was eating so little.
Yeah,
He needs to
he's
get over it.
He's a malnourished, just
beanpole. Literally, you beanpole, you string bean.
He reminds me of someone that I know that we live with. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have left that last part out.
what, Christian?
Yeah.
He's a beanpole.
Dude, he is. He's just like a Slenderman, just walking around the house.
Bro, he's ripped. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro?
You're right. He's
Bro,
just tall.
He weighs more than you.
All I see him eat is bread, though,
And spinach.
That's all he needs.
And
and
eggs.
mushrooms.
And mushrooms.
But like-
He eats a hearty breakfast.
He eats a hearty meal. It's the same meal.
Yeah, and he gets Mediterranean at night.
Guys, comment Christian if you want Christian to guest on one of these episodes.
No,
because-
we can't have guests on this.
Bro, I've asked him and he doesn't want to come on.
But like, you know what would happen? Okay, story time
Okay. We have 2 okay story times.
All right.
about Christian.
A couple hours ago, he texts again saying he thought about it. Oh my God. And he wants to break up.
Stop.
Honestly,
I
good
hate
riddance
it.
from him.
Has upset him for a while. And he was trying to see if he could get over it, but he can't.
I hate this guy.
Baby.
I hate this
Do you
guy so
think-
much.
Okay, question. Is this a fake reason?
Yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
I thought you meant like, is this a stupid reason?
good call. Yeah.
Obviously a stupid reason. Is it a fake reason?
Yeah, I think you're right. I hate this guy. I hate
Yeah.
this guy so much. Dude, anyone who gets in the way of eating,
Yeah.
You're canceled.
get out
Eating
here.
is, you need to eat to live.
Eating's the best.
We
Yeah.
need it.
What do you think is the cheating? He's eating somebody else's cake.
Yo.
Probably looking for a reason to get out. But at that point, why not just break up?
Dude, just yeah, just be like, I don't want to eat. Don't be like, you filthy pig, eating all the sides at the steakhouse. No,
Is this he just got a severe ick?
Maybe that's what
Otherwise.
it was. Maybe it was just an ick.
no,
Men
no,
can-
That's horrible.
no.
What are you saying? Men can't have icks?
That is not an ick you can have.
Men saying that you can't have icks is an ick.
Fuck.
If your ick is you don't like watching girls eat,
But that's his ick, not mine.
Yeah.
That's
No,
just
but
his.
The collective.
It's still.
you.
I think all icks are bad.
All icks are bad.
All icks are bad.
All icks are
Sophia,
stupid.
did you? Well, actually, no, not all icks. But
I think there are certain icks that it depends on
what
they
icks are good. What icks do you like, Sophia?
I don't know. I can't even think of an ick now.
Well, here's the thing. An
Guys
ick,
barking.
An ick is like a small thing.
Yeah.
A guy being like, sorry, ick. Ick.
Oh, so apologizing to you?
Like, so like that. Like,
I want a man that never apologizes because true men are never wrong.
Ew.
Hey, you know what? One time, super quick okay story time. I was driving with a date, and then I was like, something, yas, like I got it. And she was like, oh, are you bisexual? And I was like, excuse me? Like, what?
So, bro, Christian, are you super quick okay story time? Wait, was this Christian this was about? Or was this John?
do it.
I
Send
forget
it.
which I forget which one. I think it's Christian. But Riley was telling me Christian thought he was talking to someone who said they were pansexual, and he thought it just meant they were serious about a relationship. And so I told Riley to just say that he was.
That he was attracted to pans?
Wait, what was your story, Riley?
Mine? Okay. So I met this, I got this girl's number from a Mexican restaurant, and she invited me to the club like Friday night. And I went and I was hanging out with her, and we were talking about somebody, and she was like, yeah, that chick's hot. And I was like, oh, you into chicks? She's like, I'm pansexual. And I was like, oh, what does that mean? We can't get you in a kitchen? And she laughed. I was just like, just seeing if she's chill or not. But she
Sophia,
loved the joke.
How do you feel about that one?
No, that's just a very oftenly told joke.
Well,
It's not original.
that's all I had. That's all I had about the matter. I don't know. Anyways, I said that. She was laughing. And then I was like, Christian, guess what joke I told? And he was like, isn't pansexual meaning they are 100% serious about a relationship? And I was like, dude,
That's your Christian impression?
they don't know what he is. I got to make him look nerdy. I'm scared if he makes it on the podcast because he steals people.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and I was like, no, that just means they're into anyone, like man, woman, trans, like anyone. And he's like, no, I think it just means they're 100% serious about a relationship.
And so he changed his status on Hinge.
He did.
Pansexual.
He did. Yeah.
Wow. What a legend.
But you know what is a legend that we should keep going through?
This
This
update.
weekend.
This
We got an
update.
update?
This update.
But
Not the same story.
this morning, I am so distraught and confused. Just yesterday before dinner, he was telling me how much he loved me and how lucky he was. And of course, feel horrible about myself for being disgusting, even though if I eat much less, I will lose weight and get sick. I guess I just have to accept that it's over, but hope someone might have some advice. Did I do something wrong here, or is there any way I can fix it? And there is an update. But is there any way she can fix it?
By breaking up with him.
Yeah. Bro, this guy
Bro,
sucks.
You know, Riley gave me like a Southern quote the other day
Hit me.
of something. He got rid of a problem. What was
Oh. If someone takes your girl, they didn't take your girl, they took your problem.
it? Yeah. So you didn't eat a problem that
Problem eats you. Boom.
I don't know, man. But I'm glad that he
Yes.
broke up with you
Yeah.
because get that piece of poop out of the way.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy sucks. I hate him.
He sucks so much, dude.
Anyone who doesn't like eating, not a fan.
Yeah. You.
Not a fan.
Unless they're dealing with.
Okay. All right. We get it.
All right,
That's not what we're talking
Sophia.
about here. Of course.
Anyone who's any haters out there.
And
Any
I'll
haters, you know
eat
what I mean?
You out.
Yeah.
Haters.
He will. That's a guarantee. That's right. So you better get to eating or he's coming for you.
You know what I'd love for you to eat out, John?
What?
This update. So,
Transition.
update. First, thank you for those who were so supportive and validating that his reaction to my eating a hearty but normal steakhouse meal was over the top. Your kindness made me feel a lot better about getting dumped and realizing I likely dodged a huge bullet. Sorry I didn't respond to everyone. I went to bed when there were only a few dozen responses, but when I woke up the next morning, the post was already deleted. Anyway, I realized I couldn't just block my ex because he left a bunch of stuff at my place.
You sound like Rick from Rick and Morty.
Wow, what a soldier.
Man, our female audience.
just kept
is
going.
I realized I couldn't just block my ex because he had left a bunch of stuff at my place. Several outfits worth of clothes, assorted toiletries, and electronic chargers. So I did text him the next day saying, I understood. And did he want to come get his stuff or should I bring it to him? I also asked if he was planning on returning the watch given how things went. And he didn't answer that, but said he would stop by in a couple of hours. I actually, even though they broke up, I think a gift is a gift once it's been given.
Oh, okay. I normally agree. I think you don't have to give back gifts. However, he got that the day that he was horrible to her.
Sure.
So that's a little bit.
But I gave one of my ex-girlfriends a Vitamix and she broke up with me like a week later.
She's up.
That's a week, not a day.
Yeah, I think the day of, and he was awful to her the day of.
I don't know. I think
But I think normally I agree.
I think it's tacky to ask for gifts back.
Yeah.
What is that called?
I think you have a day warranty.
24-hour warranty.
24-hour return.
24-hour
I
return
think
warranty.
I think 24 hours unless it's like furniture.
Wait, but
Yeah.
what is that called whenever you give a gift and then you take it back?
Taking
White
back-
elephant.
Stealing a book.
No, what is that called?
I don't think it has a name.
This is a setup.
This is a setup.
No, this has a name. I forget what it is.
Well,
Yeah, I think the thing is it just doesn't apply to like furniture or like lamps.
So no one's gonna say the name of what it is. I know there's a name for this.
What?
I truly don't know.
Sincerely don't know the name.
We'll have to think. Okay. Too bad. I think it's called Indian giving. It was a trap. I was gonna see Sophia's reaction to it.
Bro, that I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
I don't know what the context of it, but it doesn't sound good.
Sophia's like the girl in Ted.
Yeah, the weed dealer.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like the
That
weed
totally
dealer.
fits Sophia's vibe.
Doesn't it? Totally.
Look at what
I
she's
know.
wearing.
Yeah, dude.
Tell me she doesn't smoke weed.
Bro, if you were in the 60s, you'd totally smoke weed.
I don't know how to smoke weed.
Anyway. He said he was keeping it.
Ew.
Oh, sorry. When he arrived, I gave him all his things neatly packed and saw he was wearing the watch. He said he was keeping it because it was a gift. I told him I thought that was pretty crummy of him, but ultimately I know he is legally in the right. I had actually checked with a lawyer friend of mine because it had been a gift freely given. And for something of a value of less than $1,000 that doesn't have any sentimental value, it's just not worth fighting over. He went on to tell me he was sorry he went off on me, that he had wanted to break up for a while because he had started seeing someone else in his grad school program.
Oh my God. So he chose the worst possible way to break up with her.
Yeah, it's not because I'm cheating.
Valentine's
it's because
Day?
you ate too much food.
On Valentine's Day, so true.
Bro. We did not have an open relationship. And he thought it would be easier if I just thought he was a big jerk for negging me about my eating. And he had double booked for V-Day with a later dinner with her, which is the real reason he didn't eat much at our dinner and sought an excuse to get out of dessert and later activities. Honestly, I could have been really hurt and angry, but in the moment just felt sorry for him for being immature. He had to act this way. There's really nothing that turns me off and makes me lose feelings more quickly than a grown man acting completely childish. So I just told him best of luck and hope he figures his life out. I don't expect we will have any further contact. And finally, to address one point from the prior comments, I know a lot of folks said I shouldn't have gotten him such an expensive gift after dating for only 7 months. The thing is, I've usually dated men who are a bit older, not inappropriately so, maybe 5 to 7 years older, and in higher earning professions like a law or finance. So I am more used to giving/receiving pretty expensive gifts. And figured here, even though he was a student, I still wanted to be generous as I could reasonably afford to be. But going forward, I will be more careful and probably wait until dating at least a year to give gifts that cost more than a couple $100s. So, all in all, a bit of an expensive and hurtful lesson, but it certainly could have been worse. Looking forward to a brief break from the dating scene and hopefully dating more mature people. And that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
So what do we think? What do we think?
OP took that so well.
OP took that great.
Yeah,
Or
took it
at
like a
least
champ.
Yeah.
What a queen.
Yeah, the
What
fact
a
that he was
queen.
cheating and then used that. Wow.
He was like, how I
We
could
kind of
either
saw
be a
that coming.
jerk or a
You
jerk.
said cheating.
I did. Oh, I did.
You did.
I thought you had said.
did.
You said there was something in the mix, and then I said cheating.
Yeah.
Right. It was a team effort.
It was
That was a big team effort.
Bah.
Boom.
Boom. But you know what else is a team effort?
The end of this episode. Right?
Well, we could do the OK story times.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, story times. Let's run it.
It was story time.
Wait, you had one about a gift.
I already said mine with the Vitamix.
Oh, are we gonna talk about Christian or
We already talked about Christian. Maybe we already did ours.
did we already do them all?
Maybe we already did them all.
What? Talk about your icks.
Oh, the
Your
icks, the icks.
And I'll tell him
What are your
whether-
icks?
No, you go first, and I'll tell you whether or not it's valid.
Star signs on the first date.
It's not valid.
Bro, that's an ick.
Why is
That's
that?
such
Why
an
is
ick.
that not valid?
Oh.
It's not valid.
Shows you her music and you hate it.
What music is it?
That's tough.
Tell him what kind of music is it?
That's tough.
I can't give it away.
That's tough.
And you, but like it's like you're just not into it at all.
That's really tough. Mm.
Ooh.
Her
I don't
music
know.
she made.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. That's really tough,
That's
right?
an ick. No. I think that's if she's made the music and it's not good, because I get this for like acting. I
You
think
get acting icks.
I get
Like
acting
boys
icks.
that don't.
Yeah,
don't
when
act
boys
well?
that are like bad actors, I'm like, ooh,
Right.
they're not attractive.
He's like, do they ever go like, oh, let me practice the scene?
No, that's never happened.
Doing everything I
to
can.
be or not to be.
No, but like
That
when
is the question.
I think an ick for me is when people think that they're really good at something,
Right.
and then they're not.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because I think there's people that are bad, but kind of like I've been like honed. Like I
Yeah,
like
yeah, they're like,
seeing
oh,
someone
If,
who's.
if
Oh,
someone
like,
said something to
okay.
me, is like, hey,
Yeah.
this is my first shot at something.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm trying to work at it. But like, if someone says like, I am the best alive. Here we go.
Yeah.
Just listen to this hot ass. I'm like,
Walt Disney,
Yeah.
Einstein.
Yeah. John,
Me.
what's your ick?
yeah,
What's my ick?
yeah. That was an ick I recently got actually.
I get that. That one's
I gotta think of a new one. Yeah, star signs are.
Why?
That's too basic.
Cool.
That's
I've
too
been out of the
basic.
game too long.
Yeah, I
he
have
doesn't
to
even
hear-
know
Yeah.
it.
Does
Okay,
anyone
what's your
else-
like friendship ick?
I need more things to think of.
Friendship.
Okay.
ick.
Oh, actually, that's great.
Yeah.
Friendship ick is someone like asking something of you, like very early on. They're like, "Oh, could you introduce me to this person?" Like when we're like just starting to talk. It's like,
Bro.
like social climby and like clout chasey.
See,
Yeah.
that's how you know John's successful.
Yeah. He's like,
Everyone's
they're
trying to use me for my
Dude,
clout.
everyone just
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
When they asked to be on our podcast within like a month of
Honestly,
knowing them.
big ick.
Wait,
Big ick.
Did you invite someone on the podcast recently at a party?
Who? Oh.
Did you invite her on the podcast?
like
Did you?
I don't
Did you or
think
did you not?
I
Because
don't think
Christian
so.
was like, "Oh, this is how Sam is like getting chicks. He's invited them all on the podcast." And I'm like, "Whoa,
I don't think I did.
oh, that's what Christian did.
Christian's just stirring the pot.
He did.
I
stir
don't
the
think I
pot.
did. But
Did
it
you?
would be a great thing.
No,
But I don't think
I'm
I,
putting a stop to this.
but I,
I'm putting my foot down.
I don't think it's a good idea.
The podcast is not a means of.
What are you doing? Here.
Oh, there we go. No.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever invited a girl on the pod.
Yeah.
Cast.
Don't.
That's true.
Don't.
That wasn't that was just like a lay person.
A lay person.
Not like
You've never used it to like get in with someone like,
that's
"Yo, come on my
weird.
podcast, baby."
well,
Kind of, in a way.
No, like no, it's
Does
he's
that
good.
Not, does that not count?
I've no,
Okay.
no.
Weird.
I've thought through all the scenarios in my head just now, all of them.
I
And-
have another ick.
Okay, go ahead. Sophia.
what's your ick?
One time, a guy would like when texting would only use the like the little emoji where it's like,
Is it
Which
like the
Hold
up dot
Like-
up or something?
no, like the the
three?
eyes. Hold on.
I've never seen this
Teary-eyed
emoji.
emoji.
No, hold on. This one. Oh, no, not that one. Maybe. Give me a second.
She's cooking.
I'm cooking. I think this one.
That's not an emoji.
That one
Oh, the like
with the
happy with tears in their eyes.
like the smiling and it's like the big eyes.
It's only a girl should use that.
No, that's not the
Oh wait,
problem.
like the watery eyed one.
Yeah.
Watery-eyed smile.
And it's
Yeah.
got big eye, like with the little sparkles in
Yeah,
them.
yeah,
And he would
yeah.
only use that one, and I was like,
That's a classic one.
Like ever?
I'd say like
Ever.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like
Ever.
it's kind of like
after everything, yes, after
it's like
every
you
single
could
text.
just-
And I hate that. That is in the same genre.
yeah.
As Sawi.
That's
Yeah.
a big ick. Yeah.
Ick.
And to be clear, I've only invited people on the podcast so John and I have mutually agreed to have on.
That's true. Yeah, that's why I went through all the scenarios and I'm like,
Well, because
Everything's good.
but I mean, I know which one Riley's thinking of.
so do I. And that one's good. That one's fully,
It was fully kosher.
yes,
Okay.
fully kosher, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
John's
Yes.
got me.
I got you, dude. I ran through all the possible scenarios.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor Strange in the last movie,
Yeah.
What?
2019.
That's right. Well, guys, comment your icks below.
Yeah, please put
And
your X.
if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And see you tomorrow.